notice of this meeting has been provided as specified in the Act. Proper notice of the open public meeting was posted at the entrance of the Board of Education offices, provided to Nutley Township Clerk, Tappan to Nutley District newspapers on June 11th, 2025, and posted on the district website. Please stand for the flag salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Mr. DeVita.
Mr. Balsamo.
Here.
Mrs. Dan Checkmartin.
Here.
Dr. D'Elia. Mr. Fraginels.
Here.
Mr. Gilberti.
Here.
Mr. Kaczynski.
Here.
Mrs. Quirk. Here. Mr. Scotty.
Here.
Mr. Ferraro.
Any correspondence?
No correspondence.
Like a motion to approve the minutes?
Make a motion.
We have several presentations tonight. I'd like to start off with Let's Learn. Ms. Osija.
Ian, can you put the volume up, please? You're having trouble hearing it. Check, check.
Hi. Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm here representing Let's Learn, and I want to talk to you about our 2025 Let's Learn season. And there's a lot of people to thank, and I always like to be public about that because sometimes people don't realize all the people behind the scenes. So, Board of Education, Superintendent Bania, thank you very much for your support. Mr. Williams and the administrators in the high school, Anthony Mascaratola and his team of techs that help me out every year, Ian V. Meister for his consistent guidance every year, Mr. Vicarello, who patiently teaches me how to run the sound system every year. The custodial staff, the security officers here at the high school, everyone lends me a hand. A special thanks to Jess Nolasco, who helped me out this year, and 23 terrific educators that bring the fun to the classes every day. And a shout out to the Nutley Academic Booster Club, who sponsors us. So the classes, if you weren't able to stop by, consisted of cooking, sewing. There were 4 plays, dinosaurs and animal adventures, podcasting, tech tools, stop action videos, art, science, engineering, Italian, book buddies, the return of Harry Potter, and Let's Play. Great variety, which is why I think we had the enrollment about 193 students. That was great. Thank you. There's one class in particular I wanted to talk about. It was the Kids in Business class, which was led by our very enthusiastic Carla Panici, if you know her. 3 weeks of the class, and she taught the students about creating a product, running a business, advertising, and turning a profit. These entrepreneurs sold their products to the public. We were out front, and there was a lot of excitement thanks to our consumers that came, family members, friends. They put their sold out signs when they sold everything out on their tables. It was a great experience. But the next day, I show up in the Kids in Business class to talk to them, and they're talking about reflecting on what they did, what they would do differently, and their profits. And one group of students talked about their profits, and they said they're donating what they made to the Children's Hospital. And we have these girls here. Come on up. So they decided to donate their money to the Joseph M. Sanzari Children's Hospital, which is part of Hackensack Hospital. And while I'm hearing what they're doing, the other group sitting in the room says, "We're going to donate too." And they took their profits and put it in. And Gracie, one of the girls in the group, said she was going to donate to the animal hospital. So a picture of her, she went and bought animal shelter. She bought a whole bunch of goods with her profits and then brought them over there. So their generosity, their thoughtfulness is an inspiration to all, and I'm so proud of them and what they accomplished, not only for themselves, but to help other people. I could just cry. It's just a wonderful thing. So I wanted to bring them up publicly, turn around. Girls, great job. Yep. I'd like to take a picture. Mr. Banya, could you join us? Turn this way, girls. Not too well.
I do want to use the mic that's working, and I just want to thank you. You make us proud. We talk about our music program, our athletics, our academics here in Nutley, but this makes us as proud as any of those things. Thank you so much for doing this. Really appreciate it. Oh, okay. I'm in the picture.
Side this way, yeah. You're an important part of this picture. Very good. Oh, I'll get the picture. I'll get it. Thanks. Thank you, girls. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, girls, very
Thanks,
much.
Thank you so much. Wonderful job, girls. Thank you. Okay, next we have a presentation from Nutley Parent Advocacy Network donation. Mrs. Lovejoy?
Hi, I'm Barbara Lovejoy. I'm the treasurer of the Nutley Parent Advocacy Network. We were trying to think of something that we could do to kind of be a little positive, something for the district. So we came up with the idea, we came to our understanding that there were 14 self-contained LLD and ABA classrooms in the K through 6. So what we thought would be a nice thing to do is we have 14 gift certificates for the teachers in those classrooms to maybe put towards items that may be a Christmas wish list or some extra little things that they need for their classrooms to help them instead of using totally all their own money. So we just have the gift cards and we just wanted to give them to you guys to pass out to those classrooms.
Thank you so much for your generous donation. We really appreciate it. Okay, Mr. Banyard, Superintendent's report.
Thank you. Ms. Osasia, can you hear me in the back? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Danchek Martin, and good evening, board trustees and members of the public. As we gather for this Midsummer Board of Education meeting, I want to take a moment to reflect on the progress made since school let out in June and share some of the work taking place across the district. To start off, our Let's Learn program once again served as a cornerstone of student engagement and enrichment. Over the course of several weeks, students explored a wide variety of academic and creative offerings, culminating in a performance that I saw, the Willy Wonka performance. It was wonderful. Congratulations to our students and staff who brought this production to life. And thank you, Academic Booster Club and Ms. Osasia. We appreciate it. Our Target Assistance Strategies program provided essential academic reinforcement for students needing additional support, while the extended school year program successfully served students with individualized needs, ensuring continuity of learning and services. Our facilities department and maintenance team have been hard at work. Notably, the ground floor of John H. Walker Middle School has seen significant activity. The former board office space has been cleared and is currently undergoing renovation to serve immediate needs this year, with the creation of 2 new classrooms for the school year 26-27. In an important, unprecedented collaboration, our district security team worked alongside the Nutley Police Department just last week in joint planning and training for police-involved incidents. I would like to extend a sincere thank you to the Department of Public Safety and Commissioner Petracco, Chief Strumolo, Deputy Chief Green, Lieutenant Graziano, the dedicated team of Nutley police officers two of which were my students that day, former students. Natty Ferrara, our security supervisor and liaison, and our school resource officers. They were great. Their collective effort enhances our district's ability to respond to emergencies and strengthens our commitment to school safety. On tonight's agenda, there are resolutions that prepare 777 Bloomfield Ave as an early childhood center that will be ready for September. There is approval of the comprehensive equity plan, as well as the emergency virtual or remote instructional plan, which is also posted on the district's website. You'll see Finance Resolution 6 that accepts several key donations from the Nutley Educational Foundation. Thank you. To fund teacher proposed projects and materials. It's an invaluable group that works with our PTOs alongside to help support our district, as well as Finance Resolution 17 that acknowledges the receipt of the 25-26 IDA basic and preschool grants. We are still awaiting our Title I and ESSA allocations for next year. Looking ahead, our administrative retreat is scheduled for August 20th and 21st, where our leadership team will focus on planning and prioritizing for the 25-26 school year. Our new teacher and staff orientation will take place on August 26th through 28th, welcoming our new educators into our professional community and providing the tools and training needed to start the year successfully. The renovation work at the Early Childhood Center at 777 Bloomfield Avenue is entering its final 2 weeks. We're expecting furniture to be delivered shortly, and we're thrilled to be on track to welcome over 130 preschool age students to that location. I'd like to take a moment just to thank our board president who's here, Sal Ferrara, the township in working with us from things like parking spaces to traffic safety and getting this site operational. The sixth grade transition planning committee wrapped up its initial work in June, and we look forward to continuing that work this fall to develop the details of the grade 6 transition to John H. Walker Middle School for next school year. Lastly, the board has gone out to bid for several renovations to the John H. Walker Middle School Media Center. This process is ongoing, and the board will be discussing the results of the bid submissions in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Banya. Business Administrator's Report, Mr. DeVita.
Thank you. Right. On tonight's agenda will be the approval to increase our bid threshold. The state requires districts across the state to have a limit on purchases before we are required to go out to bid. So as of September 1st, 2025, our new bid limit will be $53,000. Also on for approval will be the lunch prices for the next school year. Once available, the free and reduced lunch applications will be sent out for this upcoming school year. There are also some non-public contracts on for approval, and funds for these contracts come directly from the state, and they have no impact on the tax levy. We're also currently in the process of closing out our accounting records for the 2024-25 school year. So over the course of the next month or so, our auditors will begin their review of all of our records. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. DeVita. Next, we have the State Monitor's Report. Ms. Makis.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I hear it. I hear it. First of all, I want to thank the Board of Education, the superintendent, and the business administrator for their support throughout the year. It's basically a little over a year since I came to Nutley, and it has been very interesting and I think a positive year from my standpoint. I want to thank the mayor and the commissioners for their commitment to the district and its students. I want to thank the administrators, principals, directors, coordinators for their teamwork and cooperation in making the changes and procedures to ensure we have the checks and balances in place and their recognition that expenditures have to be monitored throughout the year. It was a rocky start at the beginning, I will say, but their assistance truly has put us in a position to end the year with a positive balance. In fact, I will mention that as a result of the work that they did coordinating the school lunch coverage with the teachers and the aides, that the cost to do that actually ran about $80,000 less than it did the year before. So it shows that when we work together, that there is a real savings, plus the safety of the students continued, which is, in my opinion, most important. I would like to thank the business office staff for their hard work in enforcing the changes that we put into place, processing purchase orders, making sure our bills were timely paid, notifying the business administrator if they sensed a problem, and just ensuring that the finances of the district run smoothly. They are very important to the operation of the district and the finance and the business office, and they are just a fantastic group of people. So what have we done? And one thing, I want to thank the public. Very often I think they think we don't listen to them, but a comment or a question will cause us to take a look at our procedures. For example, early on, a member of the public questioned why the bills list did not include a description to avoid having to get up and ask a question. Mr. DeVita investigated the possibility and found a simple check mark in the software created a bills list with explanations. So the input of the public to me is very important. So what have we done? Accounts can no longer be overridden by anyone, including the superintendent, the business administrator, or myself. Transfer of funds from one account to another must be in writing, approved by the business administrator and the state monitor prior to the transfer of funds being made. This helps us review our spending patterns. Purchase orders must be issued prior to ordering of goods and services. Again, this ensures that the funds are available prior to commitment. This is still a work in progress, I have to be honest, but we've made great strides. Purchases over 7.9 thousand have to have 2 or more quotes, be purchased through a co-op or on a New Jersey state contract, and all paperwork must be attached to the purchase order. Contracts for services, tuitions, etc. must be approved by the board and encumbered for the entirety of the contract. Home instruction contracts with approximate cost must be board approved and encumbered in full. Salary projections are done after every payroll to ensure the funds are available for the entire year. There were no new positions in 24-25, nor are there any in 25-26. However, if a new position were required, it would be reviewed by the superintendent, the business administrator, and myself for necessity, cost, and funding before being put on a board agenda. The finance committee meets monthly with the insurance brokers for a detailed review of our insurance expenditures and trends. This is very important because there are a lot of dollars involved in the insurance expenditure. The fiscal year 25-26 budget process started early, included meeting with directors, coordinators, and principals. Needs and wants were discussed and included where possible. In-depth meetings were held with special service to review placements and staffing needs. Meetings were held with the director of maintenance for costs associated with the care of our buildings. These meetings continue throughout the year to ensure we are on track and there have been no major changes. It's important to understand that the budget is a very fluid document. It requires changes throughout the year, and we have to ensure that we have sufficient funds throughout the year. For example, after the budget was approved, the utility board thought it was a good idea to increase rates for gas and electric by 30%. As we begin to get the bills in, we now need to look at that to ensure that we have sufficient funds to take us to, and if not, we have to find the monies to transfer into that. As a result of the procedural changes we made by the board and the administration, as well as the hard work of all the administrators, we will end the fiscal 24-25 budget year with a positive balance. And we will continue to review and refine our procedures to ensure that the funds are properly encumbered and payments are made on time. What will we continue in fiscal year 25-26? We're going to review the procedures that were put in place and either reinforce them and or amend them where they're necessary. The budget process for 26-27 will begin earlier with input from the administrative team. Mr. DeVita has now put together an accurate history and has established a firm and solid base and procedures on which to build the new budget. We have new auditors, and we will request that they review and make recommendations on ways we can improve and tighten our procedures. We will revise and update our standard operating and purchasing procedures and ensure that they're distributed to all the schools so everyone understands and does it the same way. Accounts will continue to be monitored and salaries projected. Items will not be put on the agenda for approval unless the district has sufficient funds. In January or February, we will request the auditor to do a review of revenue and expenditures to date and project out our costs through June. Now the forensic audit, and I felt I had to address this today. As Mr. Ferrara reported several months ago, we requested that the state do a forensic audit. They indicated they would not be doing the audit. Mr. DeVita went out with a request for proposals to do the audit, and they came in with a cost between $70,000 and $90,000. $90,000. Since I had looked at the four budget and audit years prior to and could see the lack of planning and competency, budgeting revenues that weren't going to be realized, not budgeting expenditures based on information from the experts, and mismanagement, and knowing what was already cut from the fiscal year 25-26 budget in terms of programs and services, I personally could not in good conscience recommend any more cuts be made to fund the audit. I felt that in reviewing what we would find versus what the cost would be, that the end result would not be worth the cost that it would cost to do the audit. I explained to the board that I could not approve any transfers that would affect program or the district's ability to handle an emergency. When I came to the board a year ago, I explained to the board that year 25-26 was going to be the toughest. However, even I could not have foreseen a cut in state aid and a decision by the federal government to withhold grants. Fortunately, if the newspapers can be believed, and I'm not sure about that, those monies are going to be released. However, we still don't know how much we are going to get. If there's a shortfall in the grants and we require a salary or service for our students, it can only be achieved at the expense of something else. Therefore, putting money into an audit that I didn't feel or don't feel would provide any new information was not something I was willing to approve the transfers for. And very honestly, if we were to get any new money, I feel very, very strongly that those monies should be going back into your program just based on the cuts we had to make and we are still going to be making, I believe, unless the grants are a great, great surprise. If anyone wants to discuss this further after the meeting, I will be here, or you call the board office and leave your number, your telephone number, and I will be very happy to call you back and discuss it with you, either in person or on the phone, whatever would work for you. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Ms. Makis. Do board members have any questions? No? Okay. We now come to the portion of our meeting where we allow the members of the public to address the board. In this section, we allow questions, comments on reports, resolutions, and all school-related matters. Our board regulation 0167 allots 20 minutes for these communications. Each person shall be limited to 3 minutes, and we ask you to try to stay within this requirement. Speakers may speak more than once, only after all others wishing to speak on a topic have been heard. All statements will be directed to me as the chairperson, and no one may address board members individually. Please be reminded that if your statement is too lengthy, abusive, obscene, irrelevant, or redundant, your participation may be terminated. Please remember to state your name and address each time you address the board. Does anyone have any questions?
Hi, Donna Ferraro, 34 Roosevelt Street. Am I to understand that you are advising, do I have to ask you, even though I'm addressing the state monitor, that you are advising not to do an audit? Just, it was hard to hear.
Okay, I'm sorry. Not to do another audit, a second audit on 24, 25, and 23, 24. No, we're doing an audit. We're doing an audit for 24, 25. That audit is going forward.
Okay, and does the board have to approve this, or no? You're the last say, or is this a vote for the board?
No, it's a vote for the board, but they would have to, it's really a determination of where the money is going to come from to do it.
I think we can afford the 90,000 compared to what, 7 million missing. Number one, I'm going to speak to the board members about that. But we have, which reluctantly, I was told when this first started, that yes, we do have the errors and omissions policy, which would protect the money that is there. If it is fraudulent, then we have another option, which someone needs to be accountable for. But if it was mismanagement of money, then the insurance company comes in, they do an audit, and then we can get our $7 million back. And that's where I'm a little confused as to why aren't we doing this? And you as the board members should know about that, an errors and omissions policy.
So, now you can hear me. So the board, I mean, Ms. Makis and the board, we've been discussing, obviously, the forensic audit. And I think what Ms. Makis was saying is that to take $100,000, it's going to come at the expense of something else, which the board is still reviewing and discussing. With regard to the $7 million missing, okay? Because this is something that I think has been asked, has been out there on social media, and I think Ms. Makis has been here, well, you've been here a year. There is no missing money. The money was spent, okay? So I think we need to all understand. Okay, I don't think we have someone to cut that off. But we need to just understand that there is no missing money, okay? The money was spent. There was programs that were budgeted at a certain dollar amount for insurance, special education, transportation. As Ms. Makis just said, right, there was a budget that was put into the 25-26 budget for our electric and gas bills, which now are going to increase by what they're saying is 30%. That has to come from somewhere within the budget. Okay, that 30%, if it adds up to, let's just say $500,000 or $1 million, that's not missing money. That's money that just needs to be taken from another line item somewhere, which is going to come at the expense of some other type of program. So with regard to the forensic audit, it is something that the board has discussed, is going to continue to discuss, but as Ms. Makis pointed out today, it will, if the decision is to move forward with it, it's going to come at the expense of something else within the budget.
Well, in all honesty, I think it should, because then if it's mismanagement, we can get the money back.
I understand, and we are discussing that. We
Okay,
are,
so
that is
when will
something,
this vote be happening? Will it be happening in public?
of course, anything that we do with regard to awarding a contract will be done in public.
Okay, do you know if you're close to it, or you,
Well, that's something that we're going to be discussing with Ms. Makis further and the board. So I'm hoping within the next, meeting or two, we'll have a decision on that.
okay, all right, thank you,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Joe Garino, 111 Brookdale Ave. I want to respond to your answer. My first question is, when that $7 million deficit was found right then and there, why wasn't a forensic audit done right then and there at that time? I saw the audit, $7,253,000, I think it was, from our auditors. Why wasn't a forensic audit done right then and there? And to respond to Ms. Makis, on your meeting of January 17th or 27th, you strongly recommended a Commissioner of Education for 23 and 24, and also 22 and 23.
I did.
What was the response from the Commissioner? We paid David DePisa $24,000 for whatever, the man that caused this problem. Your exact words were that you made that determination to pay him because it could cost us more to litigate it.
Yes.
I understand that. Something happened, we have to put this to rest. It's got to go to sleep. That's the problem. I understand where you're coming from, but now, I looked at the new budget. Where in the new budget is our payment, our first payment back to the state? Is it going to be the 90,000 for the next 10 years, right?
It's $1 million. $1 million.
$1 million for the next 10 years?
9 years.
So when is our first payment?
25, 26. The current, this year.
In this budget?
Mhm.
I don't see it in there. Can you tell me what page it's on? I don't see it. Is it under the general fund?
Yes.
Revenues from state sources?
Is it?
I see $9 million, but I don't see anything for 0 and 0.
Yeah, I'm not sure what document you're looking at, but it's in administrative account. So the
Budget.
11,000,230. There's an account in there that has $1 million for it.
So are we going to lose state aid now?
Well, the money is withheld from our state aid, but for accounting purposes, we have to account for it as an expenditure. So it's our revenues are reduced, but we have to expend it, which is in that administrative account.
So for 10 years, we're going to lose that money state aid wise,
Yes.
right? Okay, thanks.
Hi, I'm Melissa Malcione, 47 Stanley Avenue. Forgive me because it was a little hard to hear. My daughter is going to 5th grade at Spring Garden, and she's been asking me all summer, is this my last year at Spring Garden? Are we going to the middle school? So it sounded like, okay, so preschool is ready. The middle school is going to be cleared out to fix there. What did you say, though, about the grant for the library?
Yeah, and I'm sorry you couldn't hear me, but you can hear me now, right?
Yes.
This is definitely on.
Yes.
I will say, and thank you for being part of the Transition Planning
Yes.
Committee that met all spring. We are following through with our plans as discussed. We are moving forward. Nothing has changed from
Okay.
our springtime.
But you're with the money that we're waiting for. I know you don't know exactly when, but is there still a chance that these kids could go into the school year and be thinking they're graduating and then not?
Well, there's always a chance, but I want to tell you, we are on plan, we're on target for everything we've discussed beginning February of last year. So nothing has changed as far as
Okay.
district expectations. I know I mentioned the middle school project being a key part of this. We were on target for that.
Okay.
The board is moving through its process, its normal processing parts of this step. So to answer your question, we are still on target.
Mr. Pena, just want to point out that the grant money we're waiting on is not have anything to do with the sixth grade work that's needs to be done at the middle school.
Yeah, the grant money, I'm sorry, I missed that in your comment. The grant money we're waiting on is our ESSA grants, our title grants, Title 1, 2, 3, and 4.
The bid.
That are, no, the bids have been done and they're
Okay.
in process and they're now going to the board for review.
Okay.
What Mr. Farrar is referencing, and what I believe you referenced, was the federal money that, if it's in the newspapers, that's being
Right.
withheld from all districts in the state as they're processing there. We are expecting to receive that, from what we hear, next week, maybe the following week, but that is very late for a school district in its cycle, just so you know. But that does not impact what we're talking about, to Mr. Farrar's point. That is
Okay.
a separate.
Because I just want to point out that, yes, they might be young, but they're old enough to, experience those ups and downs. And if they think they're going to spend this, if this is going to be their last year, and then maybe it's October, November, it's still going to be upsetting to them to find out something might be different. So I just think we have to consider that even though they're 10 years old, they still can understand what's going on. And it's going to be a roller coaster for them. So
Absolutely. Please keep in mind, we're doing this for them. We think this is the best position for them to be in as they move. I know some people have disagreed with that, but I firmly believe that this is a great move for the district, and we are on target to make that move.
okay, thank you.
Hi, my name is Dana Malchone, 230 Vreeland Avenue. Mr. Banya, you actually just replied to my email to you that I had emailed earlier today. But I just wanted to confirm that we did see that one of the sixth grade teachers at Spring Garden is on the transfer list to go back to the middle school. And I do, just out of concern, want to make sure that you are not planning to condense the
Currently,
sixth grade?
we do not have those plans. As Ms. Make has said, things are fluid, but as of right now, we are not planning to condense that. I can't speak to personnel shifts in district, obviously, publicly, but we intend to have the same sections at Spring Garden School.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make sure. Again, I'll just voice my concern that my daughters, the two of them, they have a larger class than this class that just graduated, and we definitely need the 3 sections. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Thank you so much for your comments.
Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Kevin Hogan, I reside at 10 Burnett Place. On May 27th, I emailed Superintendent Banya with concerns about the allocation of school district funds, particularly the rumored mass dismissal of special education personnel and a proposal to hire outside agency paraprofessionals as a cost-cutting measure. Superintendent Banya replied that same day and advised that the district approved the hiring of paraprofessionals to ensure the needs of our special needs students. I then replied on May 30th with a follow-up email inquiring about rumored restructuring of teacher compensation packages, specifically cuts to medical benefits of special education teachers. I inquired as to the veracity of this rumor and the rationale behind any restructuring, if true. I further inquired as to whether compensation packages for administrative staff and non-teaching personnel were restructured, and if not, the rationale behind that decision. On May 31st, I received an email from Superintendent Banya advising that he would contact me via telephone during that week. After more than 2 weeks to elapse without a phone call, I sent a follow-up email on June 16th, which went unanswered. I understand the demands on Superintendent Banya's time. With that in mind, I was wondering if the board could provide an answer to my questions.
First, I'd like to apologize. It's not like me not to get back to people. I do apologize and be happy to speak with you after the meeting or to clarify and revisit this. I do apologize for that.
Okay. These are questions that can't be addressed in public, sir?
As to the restructuring of contracts and personnel-related matters, no, I cannot speak to that. Most likely, I can't speak to that in private either, but I can talk to you on the phone and see what I can answer to help you through this.
Very good, thank you.
Anyone else wishing to be heard? Okay, seeing none, we'll go on to resolutions. Ms.
We just need to make a motion. I make a motion to close the public comment portion.
You don't really need that. Okay, make a motion to close the public comment section.
Take a motion.
Ms. Quirk, can you take academic, please?
Yes. I would like to move academic resolutions 1 to 2 as written.
Ms. Quirk, I believe it's 1 through 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'd like to move academic resolutions 1 through 3 as written. Thank you.
Any discussion? No? Okay, Mr. DeVito, roll call.
Mr. Balsamo.
Yes.
Mrs. Dancheck Martin.
Yes.
Mr. Fraginels.
Yes.
Mr. Gilberti.
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski.
Yes.
Mrs. Quirk.
Yes.
Mr. Scotty.
Yes.
Mr. Ferraro.
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski, administration.
Yes, Mr. President, I approve administration resolutions 1 through 5.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Balsamo.
Yes.
Mrs. Dancheck Martin.
Yes.
Mr. Fraginels.
Yes.
Mr. Gilberti. Mr. Kaczynski.
Yes.
Mrs. Quirk.
Yes.
Mr. Scotty.
Yes.
Mr. Ferraro.
Yes.
Mr. Franginel's finance.
Thank you, Ms. President. I'd like to move finance resolutions 1 through 27 as written.
Second.
Discussion?
Yes,
I
Mr.
just-
President, I'm sorry.
Oh, so go ahead, Charlie.
I wanted to comment on number 7. Certainly, I wanted to thank the Nutley Parent Advocacy Group, which is here tonight, but I also wanted to say, thank the Nutley Educational Foundation, which does so much for us throughout the year. Tallying them up real fast, I see $8,700 that does not have to come out of taxpayer dollar, come out of their pocket. And we don't realize that enough, and we don't realize what both of those groups can do for us. So I applaud the Nutley Educational Foundation, and I applaud, in this case, the Nutley Parent Advocacy Group. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kaczynski.
Yeah, I just want to add to that. I just want to thank the Nutley Education Foundation and the Nutley Parent Advocacy Network for their generous donation and all the hard work and effort that they put into our school district. And that's what makes us special here, that we have so many groups out there, that we have parents and community members that go out and fundraise and have the best interests of the community. So I just want to thank everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Farrar. Any other comments? Roll call.
Mr. Balsamo.
Yes.
Mrs. Dancheck Martin.
Yes.
Mr. Fraginels.
Yes.
Mr. Gilberti. Mr. Kaczynski.
Yes,
Mrs. Quirk.
Yes.
Mr. Scotty.
Yes.
Mr. Ferraro.
Yes.
Mr. Scotty, policy.
Yes, I'd like to move policy resolutions 1 through 2 as written.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Balsamo.
Yes.
Mrs. Dancheck Martin.
Yes.
Mr. Fraginels.
Yes.
Mr. Gilberti. Mr. Kaczynski.
yes,
Mrs. Quirk.
Yes.
Mr. Scotty.
Yes.
Mr. Ferraro.
Yes.
Mr. Balsamo, personnel.
Yes, I'd like to move Personnel Resolution 1.
second,
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Balsamo.
Yes.
Mrs. Dancheck Martin.
Yes.
Mr. Fraginels. Mr. Gilberti. Mr. Kaczynski.
yes,
Mrs. Quirk.
Yes.
Mr. Scotty.
Yes.
Mr. Ferraro.
Abstain?
Thank you. Do we have any old business?
yes, Ms. President, obviously, old business should fit me. I'd like to begin by formally thanking the Board of Education for naming the Lincoln School Auditorium in my honor. There really are no words to express how humbling an experience it is to be recognized like this, especially when it's been my honor and privilege to serve the citizens of Nutley. This recognition is not mine alone. My wife and our family deserve this acknowledgement, as well for supporting me all 30 years of my time on the Board of Education. Every election, every late-night meeting, the unpopular decisions, even vacations, numerous, cut short because in my mind, I needed to be there. Thank you just isn't enough. I'd like to recognize Mr. Ferrara and Mr. Campagna and the entire Board of Education for this honor and the event at Lincoln School is such a memorable occasion. In addition, receiving the proclamation from the Township of Nutley Board of Commissioners, the resolution from the Essex County Board of Commissioners, the commendation from the state of New Jersey, the milestone award from the New Jersey School Board Association, and hearing the sentiments of all who personally had something special to say about me and my service to Nutley, all I can say is thank you very much. The timing of this honor fits right into my plan not to run again for a seat on the Board of Education this year. It's time to give others an opportunity to step up and serve our district. Because the election isn't until November, I've assured Mr. Ferrara I will do my best to serve until the board reconvenes with whoever is elected to serve this 3-year term. My hope for the future is to see our children and the district continue to flourish and the Township of Nutley continues to stand tall as the best place to raise a family and educate your children. I just wanted to say one thing about having Ms. Makers here. Even though she did all the work, she did it with an iron fist. And I think we all appreciate what she's brought to the board. The questions that continue to come up about the money, she's proven to all of us, and me, certainly, it was more mismanagement than thievery. But again, her guidance has helped us and made us all a little bit smarter about what we should be doing as board members. And I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Kaczynski. Yeah, it's an honor well-deserved, and a testament to that was everyone that attended the last meeting to celebrate.
I just have one question. Where'd you put all those plaques? Lorraine, did you get to hang them on the,
Yes.
you did? Okay, you
As
got
we
to hang
all
them on the
know-
wall?
You all know I'm nothing without my family.
Any other old business? New business?
I'd like to, we missed the committee reports for this board agenda. I apologize to the board and to the public. I would like to give an opportunity for 2 committees met this past month for board members to read the items that we discussed in committee. So if okay with you, Mrs. Dancheck-Martin, I'd like Mr.
Yes.
Fraginals to read the committee report from the Finance Committee, please.
All right, thank you.
Sure, no problem. Finance Committee met on July 30th. In attendance was myself, Mr. Delia, Mr. Banya, Mr. DeVita, Mr. Parigi, and Mr. McKeever. We discussed the shared service agreement with the township for the 777 Bloomfield Ave building. We discussed a sublease for the current board lease at 371 Franklin Ave. We discussed the bids for the middle school classroom conversion project and the process of potentially using a co-op. We've received updates on facility projects, including the Lincoln hallway floors, the middle school temporary library, digital signs at the high school and the middle school, and moving pre-K classrooms. We interviewed the candidate for the treasurer of school monies position. We reviewed insurance updates through June. We reviewed the cafeteria income statement through June. We went over resolutions, including donations, non-public contracts, increasing bid thresholds, lunch prices, and grants. And our next meeting has not yet been scheduled. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Mr. Scotty.
And Mr. Scotty, policy?
Yes. The policy committee met on July 30th, and in attendance were myself, Mr. Balsamo, Mr. Gilberti, as well as Mr. Banya, Ms. Greco, Mr. Vemeister, Mrs. Loconsolo, and Mr. Pyro. Mr. Banya discussed the workflow of policy to the website and discussed updates to this process. Mr. Pyro reviewed experience and information on school-based advertising and discussed recommendations on the volunteer athletic coach policy. The committee also reviewed policies pertaining to academic integrity, AI, school resource officers, as well as policies from the most recent Strauss update. The committee moved 25 policies to first reading. The committee adjourned with the next meeting to occur early in order to review policies over 5 years in the current policy book. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Scotty. Any other new business? Okay. Whereas the Board of Education will be discussing matters exempt from public discussion pursuant to NJSA 10-4-12, now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education recess to closed executive session at this time to discuss contracts. Be it further resolved that the result of these discussions will be made public by inclusion on the agenda of a subsequent meeting of the Board of Education, or when the reasons for discussing such matters in closed session no longer exist. Can I get a motion?
Make motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.